Good morning, everybody. You are live, back with the crew. I'm here in a plum orchard, as you can tell, and I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who is a contributor to the show, and he's one of my Goldman Sachs guys. And I had him do a deep dive research for me on a couple of questions. So let's go over what the quick questions are first. If you can tell, I'm really excited about some of this info that I just got. Spring is in the air, obviously, here, and I thought this would be kind of a cool place to pull over and record this video. Forgot my hat, so you have to bear with it. You have to deal with this. Okay, the first question I had for him was, I want to know what's going on with Ripple as far as the company. Did they owe anybody? Do they currently owe anyone? And the answer came back a strong negative. No, they do not owe anyone anything. And I thought, okay. Who wrote their commercial paper? Or did they ever take out commercial paper? No, never did. That's big, by the way, guys. One of the reasons why is because when you take out initial commercial paper from an organization, I should really backtrack, but I've talked about this so many times in the channel. There are families at the top. They control money. They control where the money goes. If you haven't heard me say that a million times, you haven't been watching the show long. They are different families. They all compete for new business. When new business comes up, or new innovation, or new technology, or systems that they want to package up and sell to the little people in the future, they like to stake their claim to that idea or that coin or that product. It happened with telephones, it happens with cars, it happens with everything as man progresses. These families, you probably already know who I'm talking about. They start with an R. In China, it's the Han family. It's a dynasty. It's so many different big players in this game. It's not just about our senators against their senators. Those are puppets. Those are people really not at the bottom, but in the middle at best, okay? So when I heard that they never wrote commercial paper, okay, I was shocked, number one, but it was the big answer I was looking for. Because when you understand that they don't ever owe anyone anything, you get why they're coming after Ripple the way they are. This is what happened with Reggie Middleton. Reggie Middleton was in the same boat. He owed nobody anything. This was his idea, his product. He created DeFi. He patented DeFi. They could not allow that to exist. They had to make sure that Reggie was under someone's grasp or control, okay? You can't, if you want to maintain the power and the control of the system in which they do and the way they like to play that game, you have to have people like Reggie who come up with these brand new ideas, just like a phone or a new technology. They have to have it under one of those major families for hundreds of years under their control, their power. They do that with many different ways. There's a bunch of different things they do. They do it bribery, they do it with blackmail, they do it with some pretty nefarious stuff. But one of the things they like to do is write commercial paper, and then they feel as if they own you. This is what they do to third world countries. This is what they do all around the world. This is exactly what they did to Saudi Arabia. They said, Saudis, look, we know you're not a very sophisticated country. This is 50 years ago now. They certainly are now. We know that you need to get the oil out of the ground. We think you have the most oil in the world. We can help you do that. They financed all of the industry that pulled the oil out of the ground for the Saudis. Therefore, then they own them. I hope that makes sense. That's what happened to Reggie. He was owned by no one. he he could not be allowed to just simply go and prosper, okay, without them being involved. Okay, that wasn't going to allow to happen. Of his 100 million coins, they control 96 million of them now. Thought I'd give you guys a view of what's behind me there. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's the Sierra Nevada mountain range in Central California. This is the San Joaquin Valley, and it's some of the most fertile property in the world. About halfway up that picture is where I live, where my ranch is. I'm on my way to the feed store, and I just got off the phone and I was so excited I had to make this call for this show for you guys, because I got off the phone. I was so excited to get that info. This now tells me what's going on in a little better picture, a little clearer. It becomes clearer and clearer to me all the time now. What's happening is they're slowing Ripple down. We know that. They're slowing XRP down. They're trying to catch up or even surpass because they don't control it. However, they can manipulate, they can control, and they can encourage people like Brad Garlinghouse to be part of their team. And that's what they are doing now. He's been part of their team. I just had a lengthy conversation just yesterday with another person that has a YouTube channel, and he tried to convince me to please get out of XRP. Are you out of your mind? It's a banker's coin. It's all this crazy. And he was telling me all the reasons not to buy XRP. And I simply asked him one simple question. Do you know what ISO 222 is? His answer was no. He didn't know what the BIS is up to. He had no idea what the IMF is doing with crypto. He had no idea that they have plans for this stuff in a banking level globally. Yet he's giving me advice on not buying something that the globalist bankers are going to be using in the future. Do I like globalist banking? No. However, if you can buy a coin at 30 or 40 cents and it's something that the globalist and banking system is going to use in the future, isn't that a wise or prudent investment? I would think that it is. His fear of banking, or the people that he sees as the problem with the world, and by the way, they're not out for everybody's best interest, they're out for their best interest, which is, believe it or not, what everybody is. We all do believe or want to see our families or ourselves succeed. They're no different, okay? There's some really bad people in the elite. I understand that. Not all of them. I've met some brilliant people, okay? I really have. And wonderful people that care a great deal about you and I. Back to the story, Alan. It's a hard sell for these people to simply try and get you to buy the coins in which they want you to be in. That's why they're pounding on us all right now with stable coins. All the stable coins are being attacked right now, except for their favorite ones. We know who they are. Circle's part of the gang. I believe Tether's part of the system. These coins they're coming after them because they want control. And remember, there's 3 or 4 families at the top, and they are all competing. So they're making the other guy look bad to try and gain leverage or market share. And that's what's going on right now with all of this. Remember, they're picking the winners and losers right now. The battle is now. Like my last video, we're in stage 3. This is the battle. They are competing with each other at the top. They're not competing with you and I. They're not. They don't care if you become a multimillionaire. They really don't. They care about whether or not they can keep control of a monetary system and how much control and how much market share each of these families get. And that's where they're at. And that's why when I found out that Ripple doesn't owe these people anything, that's one of your biggest reasons why they're trying to control Ripple through the court system, through the SEC. And we know who the SEC is. The broker that I just got off the phone with actually is Gary Gensler's one-time employer and will be again in the future, as we all know. It's a tight-knit group at the top. It's tricky times, guys. This is a battle. This is the battle. In another 6 months, maybe a year or two, you're going to be looked at as the laughing stock. You're going to be looked at between now and the next 6 months as the idiot who bought cryptocurrency. That's when you're going to know the bottom is in. You're at the very lowest of low points. And when that day comes, you better stock up, or you better already have your wallet set aside, because from that day forward, when the man or the system or those families at the top push go or green light, you're going to want to be in. And if you're not in, I know you already are, you wouldn't be watching this video. All right, guys, just had to pull over and make a quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. With that, I am out. Oh, wait a minute. Bruno's right here with us too. I forgot the brew man. I had to time up the tree, otherwise he'd chase squirrels. We can't have that. All right, guys. Hope you guys got something from that. And from Bruno and I, we are out. So I pull up to a drive-up banker teller window. And all the keys are in Braille.